Yo, welcome back to a new video, everyone. And you would have been able to tell by the title and also this absolute abomination that you're seeing on screen right now. Yes, we are reacting to very, very old, ancient Algicosathlon art from 2018, I believe. So, yeah, when I was like um, 9 years old, it would have been. So, yeah, these old drawings are very bad. Basically, the way the story goes is that I did actually make storyboards way back in 2018. I was gonna get it out. Obviously, it would have been very, very, very bad because I mean, it's like look at this drawing and the storyboards. I remember the writing was super basic. It was just like terrible. And basically, I got to partway through day four. I remember day four was a double event day with a team day. I don't know why, but basically, I'd finished the first event of the storyboard, and then I don't exactly remember what happened, but I just lost the storyboards, and unfortunately, I still don't actually know where they are to this day. Like, I know they're in some like green folder, but they're in like a different house now. I've tried to search for it, unfortunately, haven't been able to find it, but yeah, that is a story of basically me making Algicosathlon before the actual Algicosathlon that I did end up making. 3 years later, 2021, I started the storyboards for the actual Algicosathlon that I did make. But anyway, enough rambling on. Let's react to some art that I did. Basically, I found this art a while back. I knew this art existed, but this is also from 2018. I made like three intros basically, and I don't exactly know why I would make three intros without having actually animated any of it yet. But I mean, how I was nine, that's just what I decided to do. So. Yeah, and what you're looking at as well is this absolutely horrible design of host. Yeah, this is supposed to be host. There's a lot of um, interesting details. Like, is that like is that one of his muscles? Like, I must have pressed the like draw tool again. I can't even remember what like drawing tool I even used to draw this. So it was like some canvas app on some like old PC that I used to have. And yeah, so basically it was just a black stick figure, but his face was got all these colors, like colors or most of them of the rainbow. And not only would that have been an absolute pain to draw every single time, and I even messed this up. I did cyan after yellow. That's not another rainbow works, but anyway, a lot worse than what host looks like, obviously right now. So let's get into. Oh my god! Okay, wait, I wasn't expecting that. Oh my god, maroon. What happened, bro? Okay, so I've never drawn this in my actual Algosathlon that I did. This straight V-shaped eyebrows. That looks horrible. And as you can see, one arm just starts way below the other. Yeah, the proportions of the body and the legs and the head, which is absolutely massive, is obviously well off with these pictures. All right, let's continue here. Oh, here we got red, yeah, and even look at the difference in the size of the like the eyes and the things on the face. Zero consistency. Did like some bubble writing here. Kind of looks like a Rio. And as well, you can see this like little circle thing here. I don't even know how that happened. It must have been like the outline of the like thing they used to draw. Here we got orange. Okay, I don't know why there's like the red has these like little squiggly patterns and the others don't. But yeah, he's orange. He's actually really happy. And oh my god! Oh no! Oh my god, that teeth is absolutely horrifying. That is nightmare fuel. I've never drawn them like that, and even if I would as well, you have to do like white teeth. Like, what is that? That's just like looks like a hashtag, like two hashtags. And oh, that's actually pretty cool. Got like a gold medal for the Ori. That's actually not bad. Um, okay, yellow. Oh my god, the teeth as well, and something as well. I guess I didn't do eyelashes for the females, which is something I fixed for the actual Algicosathlon that I made. Yeah, it looks a little bit weird, yellow like that without the eyelashes. Yeah, like what even is this? Anyway, let's just continue. Got green here. Oh my god, why is he so sad? What are those eyes? Those T-shaped eyes. That is so bad. Olive. Oh my, what is that? What is that color? That is not olive. Did, did I actually? Okay, wait. Yeah, I think I literally used to think like olive was a shade of green, like on the color wheel. It was only till later I realized like it's just a darkened version of yellow, which I still yeah, I still actually did for my actual Algosathlon. It's still more green than anything, but like this just looks way off. Why is this okay? All right. Oh my god! Stop with the teeth. What is this? What actually is this? L. That M is so chopped, bro. What is going on? And those, oh my god, those eyes. Everything about that I hate. All right, moving on to turquoise. Couldn't couldn't even fit the whole word turquoise. That's brilliant. This one's definitely the most like normal looking, I guess. Like the eyes look like I don't know. They look okay. But they're like closed eyes. I don't know what this is. Well, some like I don't even know. All right, moving on to cyan. That's actually decent. Like shade of cyan. It looks alright. Got like some dots here. Again, these eyes are way too long, and this is even an issue in the first actual episodes of Algicosathlon. It's only until around like day 6 that the art style finally became like consistent. Um, like the eyes not being like half of the length of the head. And I got blue here again. Why is this? Why is his head so big? What is this bubble writing? That is a disgrace. What is that? Why is the E like that? Okay, navy. Oh my god. Why is he like that? I guess, yeah, like, I kind of faintly remember what the personalities were going to be like. Most of them are going to be similar to, like, what they actually were, the colours of my Saffron, but I guess navy was just going to be some, like, miserable, like, jerk. I don't know. But that was obviously very different to how that actually ended up. And we got purple here, again without eyelashes. That just looks dumb. With extremely long arms as well. Holy crap! If she wasn't holding her hips, her left arm would like fall down to her feet. Jesus. Anyway, also gotta love the E. That's the only bubble writing in the word purple for some reason. Magenta with a exclamation mark. Yeah, I could have made this a lot more readable. Like, what is that, dude? Again, with a really long left arm. Yep, that's magenta. Oh, okay. Pink actually had eyelashes. Okay, right. I guess that was just because, like, pink. Like when I was younger, yeah, like, pink. You obviously associated with the like girl color and that stuff. So I guess that was why I made pink. Like, I don't think she was planned to be the only female in this 2018 series, but yeah, I guess I don't know. Whatever. Also, I've noticed for some reason, like the inside of her face is like a slightly different shade of pink. You can like barely see that. I don't know how I stuffed that up. But yep. Anyway, let's just move on. Lavender. Why is what? What is? Looks like a pile of like. No, I'm not. Well, what even is that? I was literally just drawing the most random stuff. Um, but yeah, there's Lavender. Again, she was, I guess, just gonna be like a kind of the shy one, which she was in Algicosathlon before it kind of developed that like end plot where they would try and take over the world. In fact, I only thought of that plot. It was about like midway through the series. I think it was like day 15. Like this is when I was writing the storyboards for it. Because yeah, I kind of sort of eventually realized I can't really just have it so the series just ended and like it's just the competition. I've got to have some sort of like other layer to this. And yeah, so when I was writing the storyboards, literally what I would do is I would just like think of the writing and the dialogue just on the fly, just like that. And yeah, I realized I eventually had to sort of have some extra layer to the plot. But anyways, let's move on to Lilac. And yeah, as well, another fact with this 2018 Algo, the full cast of 22 plus the two that debuted, Lilac and Shadow, that was the exact same as the Algicosathlon that I ended up making, and Lilac and Shadow were going to be the two debuters the entire time. That was something I kept throughout the iterations of making this algo, like making it again. Yeah, like there were stuff like that that I like kept to be the same. Like one thing I remember as well, day one was also going to be that Pillars and Balls event. Well, I mean, it was. I made the storyboard, and yeah, there was some other stuff that I remember. And another thing was Maroon getting eliminated first. That happened in the 2018 version as well. So yeah, I tried to remember most of the stuff that happened in the 2018 algo and apply that to the one that I eventually ended up making. And I think the full elimination order was different. I do remember like fully sitting down and deciding on an elimination order like right before I started writing the storyboards for the 2021 version. But other than that, yeah, I tried to remember as much as I possibly could. I think BMX was also like it might have been day two, but yeah, that was another one that I brought back for the 2021 version. Anyway, I'll stop yapping now. Let's move on to 10. Again, with the super long eyes and like this, whatever little circle thing this is. I should have cleaned that up, but anyway, brown as well. Honestly, this is actually a better shade of brown, or a better hex code of brown that I actually did use for my Algicosathlon. The actual shade of brown that I did end up using for my Algicosathlon was a lot more like closer to red than I should have done, and I kind of realized like I really shouldn't just change it midway through. Like it was just what I started with, but this brown is like actually a lot more brown. So I guess that's one better thing that the 2018 version of me making Algicosathlons did better, I guess. And here's white, and yeah, here's another thing that I remember. Of course, this appears in the intros from days 1 to 10, where the white's just hiding in the background, camouflage. It's just got the smiley face. So yeah, that's just another funny thing. And silver here. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Got like a shining effect. That's nice. And yeah, silver kind of had like pretty similar personality. I think she was also the second eliminated as well in the 2018 version. I'm like 90% sure. But yeah, she would have just mainly been the same. And Grey, again, it would have been the same. Grey is probably my weakest character in my original Algo doesn't really do that much. Doesn't really have that much personality. And yeah, probably would have been like the same for 2018 as well. Anyway, moving on to Shadow here. I think that's my mistake as well. Like basically, I grabbed all these and just chucked them on a slideshow, but I might have just messed it up. That's why it's a little bit more to the right than the usual. But yeah, there's also a pretty cool effect, like actually including a bit of shadow, which is his name, and as well shadow with black eyes. That is something that you'll never see in my actual Algicosathlon. He has white eyes, obviously, and as well the horrible teeth, which I've already talked about. And oh my god, what are his legs doing? That looks just like horrific. Anyway, let's move on to Black here. So I think this is the first of one. Again, three intros, so there's still like heaps of art, I think. So Black looks like relatively normal compared to the others. And oh yeah, there was this last little bit at the end. I think he like snaps his fingers. Yeah. Oh, why does he get so much taller? What is his left arm? It's a tiny little stub. That is so bad. Anyway, yeah, Algicosathlon, I remember this like taking absolutely ages. And yeah, of course, white still in the background. And actually, okay, wait. So this does actually make sense. The fact that Lilac and Shadow are in this like supposed to be first intro when I did definitely planned for them to be the debuters, so I kind of just like screwed that up. I would have literally had to redo that. I didn't really think about that one that much. Anyway, let's move on here. Yeah, so this would have been the second intro. Again, I don't know why I'm doing a second intro for a series that I've never animated like anything. This is the only art from 2018 that I could find. Anyway, so I think this one was, yeah, considering a skip maroon, it would have just been one where it only included ones that were like still in the elimination order. To this point, it would have been like a third of the way in. So we start the red here, and moving on to gold, and that's also something that I'd never included in any of my art. For my Algosathlon, like the tongue, I think that looks decent actually. I've just realised that there's like a faint like line of black. I don't think the fill tool in whatever software I used was that good, I guess. But these drawings don't actually seem to be as bad. See green that looks like a little weird. His eyes kind of look like the pi symbol. I don't know why this one is blank. Anyway, Olive here again, like it almost looks like, yeah, this literally just looks like a teal shade. That is so far off. But anyway. Oh, what? What is that? That is nightmare fuel. Oh my god. Why is his mouth like that? Moving on. Okay, I don't know why turquoise. Why are her eyes way thicker? Look at the difference between Lime's eyes and turquoises and like everything on her face. Oh, they're a lot thicker for some reason. Anyway, yeah, that's turquoise. Moving on to sign. Yeah, like no consistency. Anyway, of course, I mean, what do you expect? Um, yeah, sign. I mean, at least with these like letters here, they're like actually readable. Unlike the first one, this is definitely an improvement overall. Purple. She looks pretty chopped in that. Troy. I don't even know how to describe that. That's just not right. But anyway, is magenta again? But there's different shades of magenta here between the outside of her head and the inside. So yeah, that's absolute top quality right there. And here we go, lilac with extremely long legs as well, as seems to be the case for a lot of them in this. And same for ten as well. What is that compared to the arms? That's funny. Why is it A like chopped off at the top there. That's strange. And brown. What, bro? Why does his face kind of look like spongy? That's a little bit weird. And white as well, like another decent-ish face with a tongue as well. Like pretty much the exact same expression as gold. Oh, besides the eyes. And yeah, shadow here. So again with black eyes. Again, yeah, he would have been a pretty much the same personality, just pretty much like a jerk, like he was in actual Algicosathlon. And oh wow, look, it's black along the black background. That's amazing. And yeah, Algicosathlon, yeah. Well, that is strange. Don't know what I was going for there. I mean, like this is something I actually did like writing Algicosathlon in like rainbow order, but like, well, why these like stick men just hanging onto the letters? I guess I just did it for the sake of doing it, like more detail. And something host doesn't have like a little like pink section on the right side of his face, so that's interesting. Okay, yeah, and this is a third intro. I plan to do this one for um, day 27. Again, yeah, it would have been 27 days exactly as well. So yeah, I guess as you can see, little bit hard to see for this one for Maroon, but it would have been just like all of them, and then what place they got eliminated. So yeah, I guess this will actually completely reveal what would have been the original elimination order. So yeah, this is interesting actually. So red here got 14th. I think that was like pretty much almost close to the same as what he got. Safflin. That's a pretty standard face. Doesn't look hideous really. So there's an improvement. 20th for orange. I think that was about the same as well. Maybe like a little bit higher. And this background color is strange to look at. This doesn't look very good. Same with this. Oh, this is just like yuck. It's too light. I don't know why I didn't make it like darker. But anyway, gold. Okay, wait, no, yes. This would have been just the final third instead of just the final day because gold was not making it to the finale. So, uh, yeah, I guess this would have shown like just the final like 6 to 8 ish. Yellow with a green background for some reason. Again, without eyelashes, looks strange. Well, was I colorblind? Like, why is the background green? Anyway, she would have gotten 17th, I guess. Green currently. So, wait, this is actually like pretty accurate to the actual real elimination order. So this is pretty interesting. Again, with this like spongy looking face. Like, what is this? Olive currently in. So yeah, that would have been an inaccuracy. In reality, you got like I think. Wait, yeah, I think he actually made it to the final 10. Like just, I think he got 10th. But anyway, yeah, there's olive and lime. This background's better. I don't know why I didn't make them all of them. The background was darker, but this one looks all right. Well, besides, again, I wasn't exactly that great at drawing legs back in 2018. But there we go. Lime would have been 10th, which is way overshooting what he actually got in Algicosathlon. And turquoise as well. So yeah, it would have been a turquoise versus navy finale as well, and it would have been the same result. So yeah, I did always plan for turquoise to win Algicosathlon from the very beginning, which is yeah, I've said it before, but definitely a critique that is fair enough on my Algicosathlon. At the end of the day, yes, it was rigged. Is correct to say that, and as well, something I really wish I didn't do is have I had my YouTube profile picture like until before Algosathlon started. Like it was just a picture of turquoise. It was obvious like turquoise was my favorite color back then. Right now, I don't really have a favorite color anymore. I would have said this before as well. I think I said in my Q&A video, but I mainly prefer like shades of blue and purple. I think they're pretty cool. But I guess turquoise was my favorite color back then. And yeah, she was always rigged to win it, unfortunately, which is definitely a fair criticism of my Algicosathlon. And here we go, cyan with the sky background. Currently in, so yeah, he would have made it far, I guess. Blue, why his face looks weird. It's like an oval. Anyway, another bad light background. It would have been 18th. So yeah, there you go. For blue, yes, navy would have been obviously currently into that point. It would have been second, just like Algicosathlon. And yeah, this is actually these eyes are something that I did actually do for navy quite a bit in Algicosathlon. So that's pretty cool to see. Like some stuff did stick around. Purple would have been 15th. I think that's saying that's a horrible five. So yeah, that's quite lower than what she actually got. Not so. There we go. Magenta would have been 16th. I think that was about. Oh wait, no, didn't she get quite far? Wasn't it day 17 she got eliminated? Anyways, yeah, I'm kind of just waffling on, just like comparing each color to what the actual elimination order was. So I'll speed past this now to pink, and this is interesting actually. Why she doesn't have eyelashes, even though she did in the like very first art in that like first intro. But I mean, I guess shouldn't expect 9-year-old me to be consistent with stuff like that. So whatever. She would have been 20th. Lavender. What is this shade of lavender? Oh my god. Yeah, this was also something that I was not very good at, having good colors. And I mean, I don't, yeah, obviously I didn't have specific written down hex codes, which I obviously did when making Algicosathlon. And it obviously would have been very important to do that, but I just didn't do that back then because yeah, couldn't be bothered, I guess. And lilac, like this looks like pretty much exactly like white. This is such a light lilac. Anyway, lilac would have been 12th. And oh my god, why is his head like that? He looks like an egg. He has an egg head. That is just like that is strange. Anyway, uh, brown would have been 13th. Isn't that like wait? Go back to green. They're literally the same. Literally the same facial expression. Anyway, we've got white here. You can actually see with the slightly grey background, and yeah, I think White actually again would have made a far. I don't remember if he would have been third as well. I, I don't I don't think that's the case, but again in this old 2018 Algicosathlon, he would have made a far. Silver, yeah. So yeah, that is. I was correct in saying that before. Silver would have been second last. So yeah, well, sucks for her, I guess. Grey would have been 19th. I think it's pretty accurate as well. And Shadow would have been ninth. Okay, so I think this would have been the top eight then, if it's showing that he would have been eliminated at ninth. But anyway, I mean, these drawings by this point, like I don't remember exactly like how long the time differences were between making these, but they obviously seem to be getting a little bit better. Like these faces, like you can look at them without cringing, so that's a positive, I guess. And black would have been 11th. So yeah, I think that's okay. Wait, no, yeah, this is this last one here. This rainbow background. Wait, I just noticed this. Why is this purple strip like so thin? Why is that like that? Did I intentionally do that? I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, yeah. So host again. This design is so bad. I'm so glad I fixed that. But that's actually not where this video ends. So after this in this slideshow here, I've actually got an intro that I made for Algicosathlon, again from 2018, which would have been the second season, which that's absolutely absurd. Animating an intro for the second season of a series, which you haven't even started animating the first season. But yeah, I guess I just wanted to do it. So I think let's just get into it now. Yeah, I think from memory it would have just been this black background with the stick figure as well as the name. So we got maroon here, and we got crimson. So yeah, this would have included the 40. Um, it's the same 40 that I did plan to have in season two, which obviously I never ended up doing. And yeah, it still makes me feel bad as well for those six specific colors that I never even included in my canon Algicosathlon series. Because yeah, like I planned these guys to be in season two way, way, way back, like in this 2018 art. I mean, this is proof of it. So yeah, Crimson here, who of course did appear in day 10, the debut at least. We got Red here. Like, is this to me? He kind of looks like the one seller from the Lorax a little bit. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. As you can see as well, still zero consistency with the lengths of the arms and legs. Why are his arms like 1 centimeter long? Anyway, we got red orange here. Really had to squeeze in the writing at the last second with the E here, but yeah, again, no eyelashes for the females, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a con compared to my actual Algicosathlon art as well. But anyways, got orange. It's a little bit of a like dull shade of orange as well. I don't know if that's just me or if it's against a black background, but it looks a little bit dull. And we got gold. So I guess considering the faces of gold for the previous intros as well, I guess he would have been like some sort of hyperactive, like crazy, like happy character. I guess that would have been his personality, which is yeah pretty far off from what he is in Algicosathlon. And we got yellow here. Oh my god, why do I make their heads look like eggs so much? Well, I guess this is like one part of me that's like kind of glad I ended up losing the storyboard in a way, so that I never would have put this out on the internet. This absolutely cringeworthy animations. And here we got Cream, who kind of looks a bit like tan. And obviously, it still would have been a pale yellow, but I don't know, this one looks a little bit off. And here we got Mint again with the short arms and the egg shaped head. Did I think this looked okay back then? Like, did I actually think this looked alright? Because man, this is looking back on it now. Obviously, with the full Algicosathlon series under me, like this looks absolutely horrible. And Lime as well looks pretty similar to that, like other face from that other intro with a black background. I'm just gonna skip past this again. Still did not fix this olive color by this point as well. Like, what is going on with this left eye? Like, kind of did like a double thickness. That just looks strange. And forest as well. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Why were their arms all like this? That is crazy. And green as well. He kind of looks like he's got like a bit of hair there, like the way he drew that. I mean, at least I tried to make this one like a little bit like a a circle. And I guess just realizing this now, like probably the reason why most of them look like very non-circular was that I actually drew these with a mouse. I remember, like on my old PC, I compared to Algicosathlon, which I all drew on my Chromebook on my touchpad. So I guess that would have been much easier to make it circular, but still, I mean, like, surely I could have gotten it better than that. Like, see, Togo, yeah, this one's not as bad. And what? This looks so weird. The difference between the lengths in her arms. And I kind of just went like with the same facial expressions. Like, I did pretty much do that to an extent with all the intros in Algicosathlon as well. But like, this face that Turquoise makes here is like pretty much the exact same from all of the others, from all of the others. And we've got Sky, one of the lost souls. Yeah, I guess looking from this, she would have been like kind of a nice um, character. But um, another thing as well, I might make this maybe some video in the future or something like that. I remember I do have like an old Google Doc as well where I kind of basically wrote down like some basic like personalities and ideas for what season two would have been like for the season two newbies, and Sky would have actually been this sort of like mysterious sort of character. So yeah, I might actually look at that for a future video. But yeah, just moving on now for this old Algicosathlon art or Algicosathlon art. Almost at the end here. We've got Cyan, just a little nice smiley face. Got blue, royal blue as well, and navy. This is like pretty decent writing actually. At least that's something I've improved. I mean that Y looks a little bit sus, but you can actually read what this stuff says. I've got Midnight here, another one of the lost souls. Well, I don't know why is there like left leg and like left foot like way thicker than the right. That's strange. Also, Midnight would have actually had white eyes as well. So that's another thing, kind of like Shadow as well. That would have been different. And I got Aqua. Oh my god. Okay, this is actually like coming back to me. So I weirdly remember this for some reason, right? So Aqua and Teal as well. Oh my, that looks absolutely horrible. So Aqua and Teal, I literally didn't know how people got to the colors of Aqua and Teal. Like obviously I had seen the colors before, like from various Algicosathlons that I used to watch, but like I don't know if I was just that like incompetent with the color wheel. I didn't know that you got Aqua and Teal by uh, getting a darker version of Cyan. So what I did instead was I went to like more of a blue, like blue hue on the color wheel, and then made it like sort of grey. So I made Aqua and Teal like kind of blue greys, which kind of like Aqua looks like a little bit like the actual color. But Teal, yeah, this just looks like what is this? This is just grey. Um, so yeah, that's not great from me. Another one of the many things that I did not do very well back in this 2018 art. Indigo, what is that? Did I seriously not think to? Maybe I should redraw this art because why is his head like that? What is that? That looks absolutely horrible. That might be the worst one yet. That actually might be the worst one yet. And for it to be like this late into the drawings, oh my goodness. We got Plum. That's a little bit better. Another one of the lost souls. Fortunately, justice for Plum. And we got Purple here. And that's kind of weird. Like I've never done this. Like these things here, kind of like the eyebrows of Purple, and then there's also this like other. I don't even know. I don't know. Let's just move on. Oh my god! Are you kidding me, Violet? Did I seriously make that face? I seriously drew that, man. Are you kidding me? That is painful. That is painful to look at. So I guess you like I don't know, would have been like some flirty like girl or something like that. That just would have been her personality. Oh my god, the three mouth. Let's move on. Um, we got Magenta, who for some reason, okay, well, her eyes look strange, but besides that, got like an angry expression, so that's interesting. Don't know what caused me to make Magenta like that. And Pink here, like, why do we like? Why do her legs go like that? Like kind of arch around. That's strange. Like how is she standing on her feet like that? That just looks weird as hell. And Lavender here, uh, you know, what is with her right leg? Well, what is she running away from? I guess we'll never know. Lilac, man, I really made like all of these like pink shades, like just sad, shy characters. I literally did not mix it up at all. Anyway, Lilac, who again looks very, very similar to White in color. And here we got Peach, another one of the Lost Souls, Justice for Peach, who never appeared in Algicosathlon. And I think from memory, Peach would have just basically been a nice character. Like I don't even know that would have been his personality. He would have been nice. Yeah, like with 40 colors. Even if I did actually make um season two, like after I finish off season one, with 40 colors, like I'm only so good at writing. It still would have just been by myself. A lot of the characters would have just had nothing personalities. And Tan here, who's extremely tall for some reason. There we go. There's Tan, and here we got Bronze, who I don't even like. I don't know how to describe her. Her face just looks strange in this. I mean, not out of the ordinary for these pieces of art, but anyway, yeah. Moving on, we've got Brown. So we had two shades of brown. Obviously, Bronze did actually appear in day 10. And we've got Brown here. Again, I don't know what was going on with this like weird circle thing. Like I don't know if I was just taking screenshots. I don't even know if I knew how to take screenshots back then. Like, or maybe it was just like the crappy art program that I was using. But yeah, I don't know why that like circle thing was appearing there. But at least the one good thing was that like for the eyes and the mouth, they were actually consistent. I actually decided to have a consistent like thickness for the eyes and mouth, so that's cool. Anyway, there's White, and here's Cloud. Cloud, in my opinion, is a super underused color. I mean, well, like, it's not that exciting. She's just a grayscale, but like Cloud, it's obviously a very defined thing. Like clouds always kind of look like that, and I remember I first like was inspired to use Cloud. It would have been some marble race. I don't remember the exact YouTuber, but it was like some marble alligator race with like 100 colors or something like that. I don't exactly remember, but yeah, I just remember like seeing Cloud, and yeah, I was like that's a pretty good idea for a color. So yeah, and very very sad that she's another one of the like lost souls that never appeared in Algicosathlon. Again, I said this before as well, but I don't know why I just didn't make all 16 season two newbies a part of the debut contest. I don't know why I didn't do that. That's probably would have been the first thing I could like change or fix if I got to redo Algicosathlon. But anyway, moving on, got Silver, who I mean, pretty similar, like another light grey, I guess. And yeah, so starting to get towards the ends of the art here. Thankfully, they're obviously a little bit better by now. Grey with a super long eyebrow for some reason. But anyway, there's Grey Shadow as well, who's angry as well. Again, with this like V-shaped eyebrows, like I eventually just realized like it just doesn't really look that good. It looks a bit too goofy. So yeah, I never did that in Algo Sathlon. And then we've got Black as well. So, well, I mean, obviously Black have white eyes because his eyes couldn't be black, obviously. But yeah, that's another thing. I'm glad I fixed like making guys like Shadow and well, I mean Midnight, even though she never appeared, making them have white eyes just for it to stand out a little bit more. So I think this might, or there might be Host as well. Oh wait, okay, Host and Rainbow, right? Okay, I'm just remembering this now. Yeah, Rainbow would have been, I think, like a co-host, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Okay, wait. Yeah, okay. That's actually got memories like floating back to me now. Yeah, Rainbow would have been like a co-host. Um, yeah. In the end, Rainbow never existed. And yeah, I never even planned to exist in my Algicosathlon all season two. So that's a bit funny. But yeah, there you go. They would have been co-hosts, so I don't know how I would have done that, but yeah, that would have been interesting. And like Rainbow kind of looks a little bit like Host looks like in the aspect that the head and all the limbs would have been different colors. Still, this Host design absolutely terrible. And I don't know why I was inconsistent. Like some drawings of this old Host had like a little pink like bit right at the end here, and some didn't. But I don't know. I mean, in the end, I'm glad this abomination never existed. So, yeah, I believe this is. Oh wait, there's one more here. Yep, I wrote Algicosathlon with a lot of smiley faces. Um, okay, yeah, that is the last piece of art from this 2018 flashback. Yeah, this was very interesting reacting to this ancient art that I drew. Again, I've got to consider. So I've talked about a lot in this video how much it sucked. It was inconsistent, looked terrible, and everything like that. But I've also got to consider I was literally 9 years old when I was making this. So I mean, like, what do I expect really? But yeah, so this was an interesting blast from the past. Looking at yeah, this old Algicosathlon art. And again, like I really wish I can like someday find that really old Algicosathlon storyboard. I don't know if I will though. But yeah, that would be a very interesting if I can ever find that. Like see how bad the drawings were, like how bad how bad the writing is. I'll be like interested um, to see that as well. But yeah, I don't know if it'll just be lost forever. Hopefully not. Anyways, I think that just about wraps it up for this video. So, yeah, thank you all for watching, subscribe and all that. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.